Hi, you guys, and welcome to episode 12 of Headlines Podcast. This is my first podcast that's going up on a Monday instead of a Sunday, and it's also my first podcast of being unemployed, so it's a very big episode today. I do have some updates for you guys, per usual, a little list of what's been going on in my life, so numero uno. This morning, very proud moment for me. I finished my book that I've been reading I've been reading it for so long, but now I actually have time. I have more time now to read, so I did finish my book this morning, the third book in the Click series. So I do want to read book 4 next, but I also got a book for my birthday that I want to read. It's called Pineapple Street. Have any of you guys heard of it? I feel like it's like kind of popular. So I have that book that I want to read, I think, next, but I also kind of want to read like a nonfiction book, like kind of read a nonfiction book and a fiction book at the same time. You know what I mean? So I want to do that. So I don't know what I'm going to read next. I'll probably end up reading the Pineapple Street book next, but I also have a few on my like to be read list. I want to read Magnolia Park. Let me know if any of you guys have read this. I want to like hear your reviews. I want to read Magnolia Park or Magnolia Parks. I don't know what it's called. And then there's another book which I have not heard anyone talk about, but it's called Trust. It's like a green cover with like a building on it. I haven't heard anyone talk about that one, but it looks really like my genre, like the kind of book that I would like on my Libby app, which I used to read on my iPad. So those are the books that I am going to read, but I just finished reading book 3 of the Click, and obviously it was incredible. So that was just a very proud moment for me this morning when I finished the book, because now I have more time to read, and I'm so excited to read more books and start like sharing it with you guys, because a lot of you guys, like whenever I post stuff about like me reading or like books and stuff, you guys are like all into it and stuff. Today is also my first Monday of being jobless, and you guys, my appetite today, my period is coming up, okay? My period is coming up in the next few days. Also, oh my god, that's also what I want to tell you guys. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it. I've been drinking these teas, okay? Hold on. I showed it on TikTok, but let me show you my haul. I have 3 of them. I'm a tea bitch now, you guys. I used to hate tea. Like, I thought that I still think green tea is disgusting. Like, green tea is really gross. I'm not like a matcha bitch or anything like that, but I think I'm an herbal tea bitch, okay? And I love it because, well, what got me into it is because I still haven't turned on the heat in my apartment. It's been like 60, like low 60s in my apartment, which is very cold and freezing. So I was like, I need like a warm There goes my washer. Thanks so much. Okay, so I needed like a warm beverage that like wasn't like caffeinated, you know, like not like a caffeinated tea or like a coffee, because it's been so cold. So I've been craving like a warm little beverage, because sometimes drinking like cold like water, you know, like ice cold water, like it's like not the vibe when it's like freezing. So what else, you guys? I've been following this girl. She only has like a couple thousand followers on TikTok, but like I literally love her videos. I like watch every single one. Like I will go to her profile to watch her videos. She was drinking these 2, raspberry leaf and dandelion root. She drinks them twice a day, in the morning and at night. And she said it helps with like her hormones, like balancing her hormones. And then I also heard, once I posted it, so, and it says on here, I didn't read this at the store. This says eases menstrual cramps and supports a healthy pregnancy. I'm not pregnant, but that's great. Someone else said that it really helps her menstrual cramps. She said that it made her cramps go away completely. So this is perfect timing. I'm doing a little experiment right now. I've been drinking this every single day. I'll like combine both of them together, and honestly, it tastes fine. Like it doesn't taste like delicious, obviously, but like it doesn't taste like usually when I drink green tea, I like gag. Like I'm like it's disgusting. But this is like, it's fine. It just has like a nice like earthy taste, which I don't usually like, but these 2 together, really great. And so I've been doing that. So we'll see how that goes for like, because my period is supposed to come, I don't know, like 4 or 5 days, I think. So we'll see how the cramps are, because you guys know I have brutal cramps, like throwing up, like I have terrible cramps. So maybe this will help, and I'm really excited. And it tastes really good, and it's great for the cold weather, so I'm excited about that. So I got those 2, and then I went back to get this, because people also said that spearmint tea helps with hormones as well, like balancing your hormones and stuff. And I'm just in my tea era. I just wanted like a nice warm beverage. So I've been having this like once a day as well. So I'll have like these 2 like usually like in the morning, and then I'll have this one kind of like midday or at night. So I'm really excited to see like how, oh, people say this is good for acne too, like hormonal acne. You guys know I have acne, which I also want to touch on later on, but I've been drinking this as well. So that's my tea era. I'm doing my experiment right now. I'll let you guys know how it goes once I start my period, like next week or whatever. So I'm really excited about this. And even if it doesn't help my period, which like I think it will, it has to, right? Like this is like health and wellness. Like it has to help, but I still like it just for like the tea taste. Like it's very good. And I know it's doing something healthy probably. I don't know. So that's my new era on that. But you guys, I am obviously in my luteal phase right now. So like I'm gearing up to be on my period. And you guys know we all get hungry during our luteal phases. My appetite today has been just absolutely astronomical. Like, I woke up and I was like hungry when I woke up, and usually I'll just eat like something small and that'll be fine. So I had like some rice cakes, like these thin rice cakes are actually so good from Whole Foods. They're like square ones with some avocado, like half an avocado. And like that's like, you know, good, like, you know, carbs, little fat, you know, whatever. And I was like still like ravenous. And I was like, oh my God, like, okay, queen, pop off. And so then I made an omelet. I did an egg, 2 egg whites, spinach, turkey, what else did I do? And another quarter of an avocado, okay? And I was like, okay, this has got to fill me up. Like, I'm having a big old omelet. No. I was still so hungry after I ate that. And it was only like 8 or 9 a.m. at this point. And I was like, girl, like, what is going on? Then I had 2 pieces of toast, okay? Just with like butter, like 2 pieces of sourdough, which actually the Trader Joe's sourdough is amazing. 5 grams of protein per slice. You guys, I had 10 grams of protein in my toast today. My toast with butter. 10 grams of protein. So I had that too. And did I eat anything else? That, I think, helped me. I was finally like, okay, like, I'm satisfied now. And I was like, damn, girl, like, what the fuck? And then I'm like, I was like working out and stuff, and I was getting like really like, I was getting like lightheaded, like my blood sugar was dropping or something. Like I was feeling like dizzy. Like I'm like, what the fuck? I literally ate like a ton of food today, whatever. So I was like, oh, like I'll like drink water, like I'll try to shake it off, whatever. It was not shaking off. And then I just had 2, it's only 1:48 p.m. Like I just had 2 mini, oh, and I had a magnesium beverage, because when I was like tweaking out, I was like, okay, maybe I need like a little like magnesium beverage, like, you know, to calm me down, whatever. No, that still didn't do it. So then I had 2 peanut butter cups from Trader Joe's. So good. But like I never crave chocolate like in the middle of the day. Like that's usually like at night I'll have chocolate. And I had 2 of them. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? But now I feel better. I honestly feel a lot better now. I think that something was wrong with my blood sugar. And then also I did take my hormone supplement vitamin, and then I also took my Lemmy Curb, which is that stuff that I talk about. I'll just go and get it and show it to you guys. This is the stuff I've talked about it multiple times on my TikTok, but this stuff really, really helps me. Like today when I'm feeling like that, like my appetite is just like never ending, and it's like, girl, like you ate plenty of food. You know, this stuff helps so much because it just like, it does something. It says it. What does it say? Yeah, glucose and cravings for it. So glucose, like blood sugar, like it helps like balance your blood sugar so you're not like craving as many foods. And I only take this like when my period's about to start and I'm like having like crazy cravings that are like interrupting my day, where it's like, girl, like I can't like keep eating. Like I was just like, so I just took this. But this was like 20 minutes ago I took this. So hopefully it always helps. You're supposed to take 2 and I only take 1. And it helps so much with cravings. Like it's crazy. I don't know what Courtney put in this, but it's amazing. They just sent that to me one day, but I definitely will probably repurchase it once I run out, but I probably won't run out because I only take it during my period. So whatever. Okay. That's what I've been dealing with today, but it's so nice to know, like, if you like don't know, or if you like don't like think about this, like just know that like when you are getting hungry, like I used to like get upset with myself, like before my period, like I didn't know like the phases and the luteal phase and like what your body goes through during all the phases. I had no idea. So like when I would be in like the 2 weeks before my period, or when I was ovulating or something, like I didn't track my period at all. Like I just like whatever, like whenever it came, it came. Like, and I would start getting hungry and stuff. I'd be like, oh my God, like I'm, you know, I have no discipline. Like why am I so hungry? Like what's wrong with me? Like I'm like backtracking on all my goals. Like I'm not holding myself accountable. I like didn't know that like literally during your luteal phase and like when you ovulate and stuff, you can get cravings. And then right before your period, obviously you get cravings. I didn't know, like I wasn't like taking that into account. And now when I get those cravings, I'm like, okay, like it's fine. Like we can eat more. Like you're not like losing your discipline. It's not because you like lack discipline. Like you're fine. Like it's just your body. Like it's okay. And you actually do need, your metabolism actually increases in your luteal phase as it leads up to your period. So you do need about 300, depending on the person, of course, about 300 more calories a day. It's just like your body's cycle, and like knowing that and like being able to be like, okay, I'm hungry, but it's fine if I'm eating, like if I'm having these cravings, it's totally fine. It's not because I lack discipline. It's just because I'm in a certain phase of my period. So that's great to know. So I was just like, you know, if you didn't know that, like let your body like eat those extra calories, like let your body have those cravings and like eat them. Like give yourself some grace. Basically what I'm saying, like give yourself some grace if you're like having the craving. Like it's totally normal. It's totally fine. Your body does need more food during that time. Also, you guys, I've been doing this new Pilates like workout. I've been like making up my own work. I haven't been doing videos. I've just been like making up my own workouts lately, and it's so fun every day because it's like I can do like whatever, and I can like figure out what I want to do. And I thought of like a whole like routine to do. It's gonna be a 10-minute like HIIT Pilates. I used to do Move Nicole's like HIIT Pilates, and I really liked it, so I wanted to make my own. So this morning I kind of like perfected it and I did it, and it's just so good. Like it gets you, like, it shocks me every day when I do my Pilates workouts, like, how tired and, like, sweaty I get from just, like, 20 minutes of working out. Like, I did my 10-minute HIIT workout, and then I did 10-minute abs. I was dead at the end of it. Like, I was like, like, how is this? Like, it blows my mind, like, how good. Like, I think I, like, have a talent for this. Like, I, like, make the best workouts, I swear. So, I'm going to be posting that later this week. Another 10-minute HIIT Pilates workout. So, I'm so excited about that. And it's just such a good workout. And it's, like, it's all, like, standing. So, you don't have to, like, get down on the ground. Like, it's all standing. And it's just going to be really fun. Let's talk about my skin. Okay, we know that I have had very bad acne for, like, 2 years. And I was trying to go back to my roots because my skin was literally flawless, perfect. I had like one pimple a year, all of high school, all of college, basically until like 2 years ago. And then I just have had I've had a pimple every single day for the past 2 years. Like, my skin hasn't been clear or even close to being clear in the past 2 years, okay? And so I was like, okay, like, maybe I need to think, like, what was I doing back then? Like, what products was I using back then? And I switched back to my CeraVe moisturizer. And then I also remembered the other day that I used to use witch hazel. And, well, the other day I, like, touched my face. I've always thought that I had dry combination skin. Like, I've always had, like, drier skin, I feel like. And then I touched my face the other day and I was like, my skin is oily. I'm like, what? I'm like, why is my skin oily? And I was like, dude, I used to use witch hazel. And if you've never, like, heard of or, like, used witch hazel before, it's like, I think it's called an astringent. I might be completely fucking wrong. I don't know. But it's like a toner, basically. You'll use it, like, after you cleanse, you know, put it on a cotton pad, rub it on your face, and then put your moisturizer on. And I used to use that. And then for some reason, like, I stopped. I think when I moved out, I ran out of the bottle, and then I just never repurchased it for some reason, because my mom would always have it in the house. My mom and my dad both used it, and they have amazing skin. I was like, dude, like, maybe I need to use that again, like, because my mom, whenever I would have a pimple, my mom was like, put witch hazel on it, put witch hazel on it. Like, she would always tell me to use witch hazel whenever I had a pimple. So I've also been using the Panoxyl cleanser too, which is like an acne base. I forget what the like active ingredient in it is. Something with benzoyl peroxide is like the active ingredient. And so I've been using that too. And then I've been using the witch hazel, and dude, like, I've only been using it since I don't know, it's been like a couple days, Saturday. It's been like a couple days since I've been using it, and I noticed a difference immediately. Like, I used it at night, woke up the next morning, and I noticed a difference, and my skin has been getting better and better every single day. It's like, I don't want to jinx it, because every time I fucking say that, I fucking jinx it, and it just gets worse, but I really think it's working, and I'm like, dude, like, I just had to go back to my roots, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to, like, clear up my acne right now. So I'm using the Panoxyl cleanser, witch hazel, and then my CeraVe moisturizer, just keeping it really simple, and I'm hoping that, like, once it goes away, like, then I can focus on getting rid of the scarring, because I have a ton of scarring, and I feel like that's, like, the most of it is just, like, red dots that are like scars all over my face. It's like so annoying, but I'm really happy that it's getting better. I hope that it continues to get better, and then I can also start using like my normal, like my like fancy, like fun, like hyaluronic acid, like vitamin C, because I haven't been using any of that because I just don't want to like mess it up. I've just been using the Panoxyl, the CeraVe, and the witch hazel. So, and it's been working, I think, pretty well. So hopefully that works out, and then I can start introducing my other skincare products and like actually like start having like some fun skincare stuff now. Once it clears up, hopefully. And also, I have been using that red light therapy mask from Dr. Dennis Gross for probably 6 weeks now. I've been using it I think I only missed like a couple of like nights when I was like super tired and I was like, I can't do this right now. Like, cause I do 6 minutes of red light and then 6 minutes of blue light. So the red light helps it just basically, I think, based on what I've like researched about it, it helps your cells regenerate faster. So it'll like help reduce wrinkles, scarring, age spots, acne, like everything. It just basically like helps your skin like restore itself quicker and like heal quicker. And then the blue light is specifically for acne, so it's gonna like it's like antibacterial kind of, so it'll kind of help get rid of your acne and prevent new acne from coming in. And I've been using it for like 6 weeks now, very consistently. 6 minutes of each in the morning, 6 minutes of each at night. And I feel like the past like week or so, as my acne has been healing, I feel like it's been healing. Like, I've seen results so quick since I started using the witch hazel. I've seen results so quick, and I feel like the red light is helping me see the results quicker. Like, I feel like my skin is changing like every day, and I feel like the red light is helping it do that because it's like making my skin like rejuvenate faster. So I'm still doing like, you know, research on it. I'm still like testing it out and stuff, but I do think it's like really like working and like helping like just heal my skin, because I do see changes like every day, like it's like changing and like getting better. And like when I do have acne, like it goes away quicker, like it goes through its cycle quicker. So I'm really like happy about that. So I think that it is like working, which is really like exciting. But even like I know it's like for like long-term benefits too. Like it helps like prevent wrinkles and like aging and stuff. So it's definitely like a long-term, it's more like a long-term thing to do than like you'll see long-term results more than like short-term results, you know. So I'm gonna keep doing it though, because I do think that it's helping, and like it's not like hard to do. I just like literally lay there with it on my face. Like it's not like it like inconveniences me at all, you know, to do it. So I'm definitely gonna keep doing it. I think it's like really awesome. So those are kind of like my updates, my vibe updates. Also the thing about me going to New York City, I did post my first video about that on TikTok, kind of like asking you guys for help, because I've never traveled before. I've never traveled alone. I've never booked a flight. I've never gone on an airplane by myself, you know, and I've also never been to New York. So I need a lot of help. So I posted a video and you guys have been commenting like all your recommendations and tips and stuff like that. But I think I'm going to do like more of like a series. So I might post the first thing today. I want to do like you guys like planning my outfits with me, like showing you guys different like outfits and stuff. And we can like plan the outfits and like plan what I'm going to do once I get farther into it, and like which hotel and like stuff like that. So I'm excited about that. But if you like live in New York City or whatever, I'm also considering, I don't know, a lot of people, I wasn't considering this at all at first, but like a lot of people are messaging me like, I live there, like you should do like we should meet up, like you should do a meet and greet. Someone called it a meet and greet, and I was like, I am not Kim Kardashian, like please don't call it a meet and greet. But then I almost just said it because that was in my head. Like just like, you know, like a little like meetup of like anyone that's like free to like come and like hang out. And I think that would be like I can't even imagine, like one, I can't even imagine myself actually doing this, like actually going to New York. It's actually crazy to me. And then I also can't imagine myself like meeting people. Like that you guys would like come and meet me or something, and like we could like hang out. Like that would actually be like the craziest thing like to ever happen to me in my entire life. But that's, so if you like live in New York, I'm kind of like making like a little list of like who lives there, and if you wanted to like, if you were like interested in that, like definitely DM me on Instagram, because that would be really fun. A lot of you guys actually, so I'm gonna go into like kind of like answering the questions that I got on my Instagram. I know I've been talking for like so long already, but a lot of you guys ask about what I journal and like my journaling, and I posted my journaling prompts the other day on my story, and I also showed it I think in a vlog too, so you can like go and look back at it if you need to. But it's very simple. I usually will do gratitude is the first thing. I do it in the morning, and it really, like, you guys, like, I can't even tell you how fucking much it helps my mental health. I don't know how. It sounds insane, it sounds ridiculous, it sounds like it's magical, but like it really is. It helps my mental health so much to do that in the morning, and also to read in the morning a little bit if you can, if you have the time. Like it's just, I don't know how, but it helps so much. And so I always start off with gratitude, and then I'll go into, if I want to, it depends on like my mood, 3 things that I'm excited about that day if I have like stuff going on, or even just like finding excitement in like the mundane, like going to get coffee or whatever it is, or like if you're like waiting for a package in the mail, like you can put that. So gratitude to start off, that's always the most important thing ever, is to write down gratitude, and then what you're excited about for the day, which is kind of like another way of writing gratitude, but like in a different way. And then I always will do affirmations, which is like saying like kind of like what I want to be as a person, and like what I want to be that day. Like I am productive, I am hardworking, like I make a positive impact, like stuff like that. And then the last section is goals, which this might be kind of like an ADHD thing, but like I will forget. Like, if I don't have my goals right in front of me and I, like, look at them every single day, I will totally forget. When I, like, go back and look at my goals list, I'm like, oh my god, like, I forgot that I wanted to do that with my life. I'm like, well, shit, I haven't thought about that in, like, 6 months, you know? So every day I like to write down my goals. It's not my goals for the day. It's, like, my goals for, like, my life. They can be, like, short-term goals, but they also can be long-term goals. Just, like, goals that I want to remind myself of to, like, keep working towards those goals. Like, this is why you do what you do every day, is for these goals. So it can be like a certain amount of money that you want to make, or like a certain amount of followers, like just to give like numeric ones, but it can also be like just like things you want to do with your life, even if it's like when you're age 50, like something that you want to accomplish by then, or something you want to accomplish in the next like year or 5 years or whatever. I always just like to remind myself of that, because if I don't remind myself every day of those goals, I will like totally forget and like be totally off track with like what I want to like do with my life. So that's usually how I journal. I say definitely if you're starting out, just please like write a gratitude list every day, like force yourself to. It is so beneficial. And then if you want to like add more stuff, like the other 3 sections I talked about, definitely, you know, if whatever works for you, you know, add whatever sections work for you. It's not going to be the same for you as it is for me, you know. I also get a lot of questions about like how to like have a relationship and then also like keep time for yourself, like how to like make me time even though you're like in a relationship. And I would love to give you advice on this. I wish someone gave me advice on this because I actually have no idea how to do that. It's like one of my biggest downfalls. I have no idea. I'm really bad at balancing like relationships and like me time because usually one of the other like takes over and I have no idea how to do that. So I'm sorry I can't answer your question, but just know I'm struggling with it too. Someone asked how to overcome being depressed and stuck in life, and that makes me very sad that like you're feeling like that, but I definitely have been there. If you've listened to any of my podcasts so far, especially from like, or like any of my content, like back in like April, May, like I was really, really bad. You know, just very not well mentally. And I think that it was like, I feel a lot better now. This October was really, really great for me. And especially just the past 2 weeks have been very, very great for me. Because I got to that place. Obviously, you guys know I like quit my corporate job. So like I'm feeling, you know, better. I feel like I accomplished something and I'm moving in a new direction with my life. But it took a lot of feeling really fucking awful and really fucking terrible. And like I was going nowhere in life to get to this point. So like I've definitely been there, and I've been there a lot, like for a long time. And God, I just think about like in the spring when I was just feeling like shit, it was just like the worst time ever. And then even in like September, September and August, I was just having just like the worst time ever, like mentally. And I think that truly what got me through those periods was keeping my routine. And no matter how hard that was, it was so difficult every single day to keep my routine and to keep pushing and to keep doing good things for myself and to keep taking care of myself even when I felt like it was doing nothing and when I felt like it was going nowhere and everything like that. And I didn't want to. I was like, what's the point of doing this? Like I didn't want to keep taking care of myself. I didn't want to keep sticking with my routines. But when you're down in those like bad like mental headspaces, like truly all you have is yourself. Like no one is gonna come and save you, you know what I mean? And like if you give up on yourself, you have nothing. And that's one of like the things that I told myself when I was at my absolute, before TikTok and everything, when I was at my absolute lowest point, summer of 2022. I said that to myself, and I just felt so much like giving up and like all my hard work was for nothing, and that I was so stuck and just in an awful place in life. And I told myself I wanted to give up on myself. I wanted to give up on everything. And I was like, why am I waking up early? Why am I working out? Why am I eating healthy? Like for nothing. And I wanted to give up. And I thought to myself, I was like, Taylor, like you have no one right now. Like if you give up on yourself, you truly have nothing. The only thing you have right now is yourself, and getting yourself to do those hard things every single day. And also it goes back to one of my favorite phrases is like, choose your hard. You know, getting up and pushing yourself to do the little things for yourself every day is definitely hard, but it's also hard to deal with your life when you're not doing any of that and you're kind of letting yourself slip and you're letting yourself fall into that hole of like depression. Like that's hard. And it's also hard to like care for yourself and push yourself to clean and get up and work out and shower and eat healthy and cook yourself food. Both of those things are hard. But just choosing the one that makes you, you know, obviously will have the best long-term benefits. And it was hard for me, you guys, in the spring. There were so many days where all I could describe it is like I felt myself like, you know, like a spiral, like going down, like I would envision in my head as like a depression spiral, and I just felt like I was like hanging on the edge, like clawing my way up, like so close to just wanting to let myself fall. I've had that thought so many times back in the spring. I just wanted to let go and let myself fall, but every little habit, every little time I cleaned the kitchen, every time I showered, and every time I got up and did a workout, I was climbing back out of the hole. But there were so many times when I just wanted to let myself go, but I didn't. And I think that, you know, those times are going to be hard regardless. There's nothing that's going to magically heal you from those hard times other than just getting through it. It's like the only way out is through, you know? And I think that just getting through it and just forcing yourself, no matter how hard it is, to keep taking care of yourself and keep pushing through those days is the only way out, the only way through. And just know that both ways are hard. Giving up on yourself is hard, but also pushing through is hard. But, you know, making the right decision and obviously pushing through and being there for yourself and being like strong for yourself is obviously the way to go. And it'll get you a lot farther than letting yourself slip into that hole. You know, that's not going to do anything for you, unfortunately. But I definitely have been there and I definitely feel you. But, and it's really hard to tell yourself that like things are going to get better when like things haven't gotten better for so long and like things just keep getting like harder. It's really hard to tell yourself that like one day you'll see like, you know, the light at the end of the tunnel, and it might take longer for some people, and like, you know, there's no like, you'll never know like when that's gonna happen. But I mean, just keep pushing every single day and just keep taking care of yourself and like doing things for you and making positive, like earning those like little like 1% every day, you know what I mean? Just earning those little wins in life, I think. And you know, it's gonna be hard either way. Like I'm not saying that if you start working out and start doing things and like getting those little wins every single day that, oh my god, it's gonna change your life. Like it's gonna be fucking hard still, but like at least you're doing something, and like the long-term payoff will still be there. Like once things do get better, you will have already built this like this wall. I described this to my friend too. Like my friend, I like don't know how, I can't let I'm getting into this. This is how I described it. Like when I wake up in the morning and I do all my little habits. Like I wake up, I do my red light, I do my breathing exercises, I wake up early, that's a win in itself. I get up, I take my probiotic, I drink my hydration beverage, I work out. You know, I just woke up and I already have 6 wins in the bank. I kind of envision it as I'm building like a wall for myself. Like every little habit is like a brick that I'm building up for the day, and you have to rebuild that wall every single day. And it almost puts up a barrier for yourself, like a protection from what the day throws at you almost. So like if you didn't do anything and you're just kind of like, when I wake up, I take control of the day by doing that stuff, by building that wall. I'm taking control of the day. I'm building myself up. So like say we all start here, I build myself up with every little habit. And so whatever the day brings at me, I'm already up here. You know what I mean? I already have that wall built protecting me from whatever the day throws at me. If it's a bad day, whatever it is, that can't affect me because I've already built my wall. I'm already up here. Within the first 30 minutes of waking up, I've already built myself up here. And like when you wake up and you just let the day kind of control you, like, oh, I'm tired, so I slept in. Oh, like I'm just gonna, you know, brush my teeth really quick, put on a random outfit and get to work. You're letting the day rule you. Ruling the day, like how I, you know, wake up and getting those wins in and building yourself up, building that wall, you're ruling the day and you're taking control of your day. You're saying like, it builds confidence to be like, dude, like I woke up this morning and boom, 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 like I did this shit, like this is my day, like I'm running this day. Rather when you wake up and just kind of like, oh, I'm tired, I don't feel like it, you're letting the day like push you around. Like you're letting the day control you, and that is just not the way to go into the day. And like then when something happens at work, or you hit traffic and you get like road rage, or like something bad happens, like you're just letting the day knock you around. You don't have that wall built up to protect you. You're just literally like letting the wind like take you and like letting the day control you basically. And you don't want to do that. You want to control the day. So when you go into the day already with all those wins, when something bad happens or someone, you know, road rage on the road, traffic, whatever, it's not going to affect you as much because you're already up here. You're already winning the day. So those like little things aren't going to bother you as much. You've already built yourself up to be like so strong, confident, and powerful that like those things won't affect you as much as someone who like didn't build themselves up in the morning and like didn't take that time to like be strong and powerful and take charge of the day. That's my little like spiel on that. Also, a ton of people are asking about how to stay motivated and like, how do you keep working out even when you don't feel like it? Like, I have no self-control. Like, how do you do that? You literally, like, I've talked about this before, but like, it doesn't get easier. Like, I've been doing this for years. I've been waking up early, going to the gym for years. It never gets easier. You have to keep forcing yourself every single day. The thing that motivates me the most is knowing how I would feel if I didn't do it. I know how it feels to like wake up and like, oh, like, do whatever. Like, even if it's like a weekend, like, I still do my habits on the weekend. Like, because when I don't, I feel like shit. Like, and I know how I don't want to feel like shit. So I have the discipline to stay on my habits and like keep doing my habits even on the weekends. Cause even though like, oh, it's the weekend, I can do whatever I want. I don't want to do whatever I want. I don't want to just like sit around and do nothing. I want to make myself feel good. I want to be proud of myself. I want to be confident. I want to build up that wall and build up that power and that strength to take on the day and know that I made the most out of the day and that I was my best that day. And that's what motivates me. That's what keeps me going every day. Just knowing how I feel when I don't do that stuff, that's what makes me do it every single day. Also, on that same topic, someone asked like how I started doing my habits in general, and I love this story because I think it was 2018. Okay, I guess when I was a cheerleader in high school, so I always had like I played soccer too. My whole life from kindergarten to 9th grade, I played soccer, and then I cheered from 7th grade to my senior year. So I've always was like active, like an athlete my whole life. And my dad always grew up. He would go to the gym 3 days a week. He still goes 3 days a week. I've talked about my dad before, like he is very, very, it's like so effortless for him. He's a Virgo, okay? It's so effortless for him. Like he's never complained about, oh, like I gotta work out. Like I've never heard him say that. He just, Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, he goes to the gym. No questions asked, no complaints, nothing. He wakes up at 5 in the morning every day. He does start work early, but he's always woken up early. No complaints, no groaning. He's never been like, oh, like I'm so tired. Nothing. He's like crazy. He's always been very healthy, like eats healthy. Just, he's very routine. He goes to the grocery store every Sunday morning. Like, so he's always been like that. So I think that kind of, without me knowing, like as a little kid, it kind of like inspired me or like put that in me, you know? I literally think it's like in my blood. So I was an athlete growing up, and then I was always so excited to get a gym membership because I wanted to be like my dad. I grew up like going to the gym with my dad on Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, and he would drop me off at like the daycare. They had like a kids like, you know, daycare at the gym. And I was always so excited. You had to be like 14 at the time to like get a gym membership, and I like could not wait to turn 14 so I could like get a gym membership and like work out like my dad did. And so I had cheerleading through high school, whatever, and that obviously took up, it was 3 hours after school every day at practice. And then right when I stopped cheer, I was super excited to get my gym membership to like, you know, go to the gym and stuff. Like I thought it was going to be, you know, I was excited to do that. So I've always really like been into like fitness and stuff. And I think my senior year of cheer, I started following like fitness people. Like I followed Christian Guzman, like Heidi, what's her last name? Heidi Summers? Is that her name? Buff Bunny? Oh, I followed like Nikki Blackadder, like back when she was like, yeah, Heidi Summers. I followed Nikki Blackadder, like back when she was like dating Christian Guzman. I started following these people and I started learning about like macros, and like I started like eating like chicken and rice and like oatmeal, and like I was like so into like getting my protein in and stuff, and I got really into that, and I got really into like health and like fitness, and I thought that I was gonna like go to school for that. Like I thought I was gonna go to school for like nutrition or like, you know, something like that, or like be like a personal trainer one day. And I didn't end up going for that because I still love it obviously, but I was like, I don't want to like do this as like a career. But I got really into that, and I started going to the gym, and I would watch these fitness influencers like literally every single day, and I like loved it. I loved doing all of that stuff. So I was going to the gym. I started going to the gym at 5 in the morning. I think it was in 2017. I started doing 5:45 a.m. spin classes, and I fell in love with going into the gym early. So I've been doing it ever since. And then in 2018 is when I started doing my first ever like healthy habit, and I remember it like so clearly. I can't remember which my first one was. One day, it was January 1st, 2018. I made the, you know, New Year's resolution of making my bed every single day, and I've literally made my bed every single day since January 1st, 2018. I have not missed a day. So that was my first ever like habit. And also I remember another one was I heard that you should drink a glass of water every day, like right when you wake up, and I started doing it, and that's like another habit that I still do. I've done every single day since then. That was around like 2017, 2018 too. So those were like my first two habits that like started everything for me, and then I didn't really get into habits until actually in like 2021 I did too. I started like that's when I started like journaling every day, and that's when I started like truly like taking time for myself, like journaling, meditating, stuff like that in 2021. When I started that's what it was. I started my corporate job, and I was like, whoa, like this is like very time consuming. Like this is a busy, 9 to 5 every single day. I was like, I need to take time to myself. And that's when I started waking up at like 4 a.m., 3:30 a.m., going to the gym, coming home, journaling, or maybe I journaled and I meditated before the gym. That's when I started doing all that stuff, because I was like, whoa, I need to take some time for myself in the morning. I can't just like wake up and go to my corporate job. Like that's not going to be good for my mental health. So that's when that started. And then, yeah, it just grew from there. So that's kind of how I got started. I definitely started small with just making my bed and drinking a glass of water in the morning, but now I love it. I love incorporating new things into my routine. I think it's so fun and awesome, and I just love like getting those, again, like those little wins, like building those your little bricks up to build your little wall for the day. And like I love doing that. Like the more I can do, the better, and it just makes me feel so good about myself. And I think that that's what's like built up my confidence so much, is like doing that, and like knowing that like I am strong and powerful, and like I can get through hard days, and like even though I'm tired or whatever, like I still push through it and I still get shit done. And I think that that is what has made me into like who I am today, and like the person I am, just like so confident, and like I know that I can take on anything because of everything that I've done so far. You know what I mean? So it gives me like so much confidence and just makes me feel good as a person, which is great. And I like would wish that for everyone, But you guys, I think I've talked enough today. I'm going to end the podcast here. I hope that you guys like this, and then I like answered your questions, and I don't know, I'm excited to see what else happens. Like I haven't even gone 1 week now without, having my corporate job, and I feel like I can't believe that used to be my life. Like I like doing this like feels so natural and like so right to me, and I just know that I made the right decision, which I'm so like grateful for that this has happened and I've gotten to this point. But I'm so excited to see like what else happens and like the other like content that I'll make, because I'm still kind of like in my like, it's like I'm still like want to be in routines. Like I'm still like, oh, I should go to Trader Joe's on Wednesday night, and I'm like, Taylor, you can go to Trader Joe's whenever you want. Like you can go to Whole Foods whenever you want, like, so like I'm excited to like kind of get out of my routine and like start this like new life, and like kind of refigure out like who I am without my corporate job, and like with like all the freedom in the world to like do whatever I want and like be whoever I want. So I'm really just excited, and like obviously like so like grateful for that. So I'm excited, but I will see you guys next week, or I'll see you on TikTok, I'll see you on Instagram, but that's all for the podcast today. Hope you guys liked it, and I will see you guys later. Bye.